Greetings, Guardians. My name is Bife here. Really quickly, before we start this, thank you so much for all of the hype on the, entire new format with regards to doing things. A lot of you came along and said you were really glad to see my reactions from playing through everything. We're going to continue this experiment all the way to the end of Heresy, and we're going to see what's happening there. However, there are going to be changes along the way, and the biggest one I want to talk about off the very front is just I'm going to provide timestamps here at the very beginning for those of you who want to have the more structured experience. I know this is not a format that works for every one of you, and I know that one of the concerns was that you just want to get to the point at which I'm discussing things and talking about what happened in the week. So what we're going to do is put timestamps at the very beginning and have them big and flashing at the very start so that you guys can actually see what times you need to tune in and where you can skip to in the video so that you can get the bit that you want. Also, I'm going to do better to actually recap what happened at the end of that whenever all of this finishes up so that you guys get that better experience and so that the discussion is really cool. So yeah, hopefully that's all good. In the meantime, Heresy Act 3 Week 2. This is probably the penultimate week of Heresy. Sad to see it kind of coming to a close. Let's jump on in. Oryx has called us to council in Eris's throne world. Apparently he has information regarding Savathun's plans that he intends to share with us. His information about Xivo Arath proved useful. We should hear him out. Meet with the Echo of Navigation in Eris's throne world via the Lost City portal. Well, let's do it. Really quickly before we do this though, Bife, what's your opinion on the Great Nothing maybe trying to become a direct rival to the Winnower? Sounds way out there, I know. Look, listen man, I'm the first one who posed the question. So I think it's entirely possible, but I also think that if that does happen to be the case, oh my god, we are in so much trouble. That is an entity that is probably more powerful than the Winnower at that point. Not the Winnower, sorry. Than the Witness at that point. So yeah, we need to worry about that. That's the important bit. Alright, let's go talk to, the Echo. Hello, Oryx.
Savathun has made her play. I feel the threads of her power. She would tear me from this prison and bind me to her throne world. The heretic queen, Eris Morn, tells me that Savathun's throne is a garden filled with light. That's not how I remember it. My sister's high coven was a place of sharp knives and subterfuge. No longer. She acts in earnest, and so she acts predictably. She's betrayed her nature. Remind her that her starving worm would have eaten her alive. Go to her throne, disrupt the words of her binding and the strength of her brood. To be bound to that place would take me from one jailer to another. I would need time to break my sister's snares. But soon, I will break the hand that wields you.
Okay. Wow. Alright. So now we're just working for the Echo. Now we're just working for Oryx. Is this not crazy? This is not a bit wild, isn't it? Okay. Let's see. Infiltrate Savathun's throne world and put a stop to her ritual to steal the Echo from Eris's throne. Let's take a look and see where that is. That's kind of weird. Well, I guess we'll drop into the throne world and we'll see what's going on with it.
Guardian, the Witch Queen reaches into my throne and seeks to excise the Echo from it. Make haste and infiltrate her court.
My sister's spellcraft will choke this nascent cyst if you do not intervene. She wishes to free me, not only from you, but from this world. She believes we are prisoners to a game of lies, but I will not trade one warden for another.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, are you kidding me? Unbelievable. You're saying Temple of the Navigator, so that would be over this way. Oh, Jammer. Yeah, people saying Temple of the Navigator, I'll go ahead and check that. Which means it's over this way. I don't know that to be true. Someone might just be saying it, but like, whatever. There is no marker. Maybe tracking the quest will give a pointer. That is a great shout. That's something I should have been doing from the very beginning. Yep, there it is. Wow. Imagine. Yeah, there we are. Playing this game 10 years, dude, I've played... Oh god, the first time I played Destiny...
Savathun's brood conducts a similar ritual to the one we use to bind Oryx.
She summons me through the discovery of poison progeny to an altar in my image.
The Temple of the Navigator. Savathun formed that place to honor her brother who fell. You have your heading, Guardian. We do not have much time.
I'll just say how thematic that is, that we are going back to the Temple of the Navigator too. It's perfect. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, no, I've been playing this thing since Alpha, technically. All the way back in like summer of 2014, I think it was? Yeah, summer of 2014. And like, oh my god, what a crazy year that was. It's literally been 11 years now. However, I've been covering the game since 2013, a year before it released, so I've been covering the game for 12 years of my life. There we go. The craziest bit is that in several years' time, if the saga that's coming up next in Frontiers lasts and the game continues, and something cataclysmic doesn't happen that completely sinks a studio, which, I don't know, the universe and current state of game industry is kind of questionable, but like, yeah, assuming that works, I will cover Destiny for half my life at that point. I need to get to the age of about 36 to do that and still be covering Destiny, but like, it's not impossible, and that's kind of crazy to think about. Not Dad? They call you Lord Daddy? Look, listen. First of all, I didn't choose this. Second of all, I did not choose to become the Lord Daddy. People threw that upon me. Third of all, like, you know, doesn't mean that I have to be it. Why am I glowing like this? Are we just gonna... don't like that. Okay. Also, hello, Willbreaker.
There is a tear in the fabric of reality.
Oh.
Open it, and will yourself closer to our goal. Hurry. The Witch Queen's claws are taking hold.
Yes. Embrace my power.
I do not like this, dude. Why is it looking at me? Oh, this is not good, dude. I'm just throwing it out there.
They were not taken by this Oryx, but within them I sense my will.
Ooh, what
Challenge them and die.
Okay. Oh, what the hell? Oh, why is it full of blight? This is really not supposed to be here. Also, wild that they literally just give us Willbreaker for this. Wait, is that... Disciple of Malok? Is that Disciple Malok or is that Disciple of Malok? Yeah, it's Disciple of Malok. Dude. That's cool as hell. What a throwback. For those who don't know, Destiny 1 had a strike boss called Malok, who was Savathun's son that Oryx took and turned into someone guarding the shrine that he had on the moon. It was one of the greater Taken. Actually, he wasn't guarding the shrine on the moon, he just moved there eventually. But yeah, no, he tried to take up the mantle of the Taken King after... Oh my fucking god. Guys, is the Lord of Every Nothing Malok? Oh my god. Okay, we need to find out more.
Guardian.
Oh, there's more
My
of them.
binding is being tested. You must move quickly.
Dude. Oh my god. This is gonna get very wild very quickly. Ooh. It'll be even more wild if I die. Yeah, there we go. Cool. I thought I had to just jump in there. Nope. Kill the thing. It couldn't be Moloch. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird that the disciples of Moloch are just there. I guess that's my kind of further point. Oh, I don't know. Oh, man. Ooh, Hive Guardians. Hello. Hi, Bife After the Fact here. At this moment in the stream, Joshua David King, who is the voice actor for Oryx in Heresy, dropped into the stream to say hello. And so yeah, we had a little moment here to celebrate that. Joshua David King! Ah! Everybody go ahead and give some props to Joshua. Joshua, who is in the chat right now, is the voice talent behind Oryx, the Taken King. And let me tell you, they are spectacular. Big props to Joshua. Seriously. Oh. The dialogue this week, Joshua, absolutely killing it. Phenomenal stuff. Let's just murder that.
Some must die to break the ritual. Now, Guardian, hurry!
Is that another disciple of Moloch? Let's consume. Again, more disciples of Moloch. This is yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, please don't just murder me because I'm low health like that. That would really suck. The head of Moloch is revealed?
It is done. Oryx's presence is contained, secure once more. It appears the progeny he spoke of was no other than Malak. It has been some time since that name was spoken. Recover it, so that we may learn its secrets.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is another example of you don't know how to pronounce something up until the point where someone pronounces it for you. So yeah, there we go. Malak. Kind of like in KOTOR, not Moloch. Good to know. I won't lie though, this does feel like it's a trick. Something does not feel right. In 2 seconds or so, sorry, I'm just fixing something. Need to do this, get my chat back in order because I accidentally popped out the wrong window. There we go. Oh, Joshua, dude, I need to be thanking you. The work that you and the team have done on Heresy has been fantastic. You took a character that has been treasured within the narrative and lore of this game for a decade, and you brought them to life in the most magnificent of senses. You are the real MVP here. Like, I don't know if anyone tells you that enough, but seriously, you've... very quickly, the bar in Heresy got raised by the voice talent, and it was always going to be a high bar. Generally, the narrative for the games and just anything to do with any expansion is always supported by really phenomenal voice talent. It's always up there. You have done nothing but exceed that bar, and that's a tall order, so well done. Alright, let's go through here and see what's what. Yo, the head of Moloch. Look at it. In all of its jellyfish-like splendor. It is kind of weird that Savathun just keeps her son's head in a place like this. That is very weird.
Tisk, tisk. You're always meddling in other people's affairs. Normally, I admire that type of gumption. It's why we get along. But stealing my son's head? This is below you. This time, you've crossed a line.
This time?
I warned you. I even tried to do this the nice way and leave your brand new throne intact. No more of that. Enjoy every hive in the vicinity descending on you. I hope you have an escape plan.
Sorry, Aerys. Oh my god, the sass is incredible. Oh my goodness. Oh, also, again, I'm gonna throw it out there. Savathun, it's bad of us to steal your son's head. Weirder that you have it in a pedestal in your home. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, she is absolutely mad. Oh, it's back in the Temple of the Navigator. Oh, and the actual head is there. Also, if this is every hive in the vicinity, you've got to get some better hives, Savathun. What the hell? Oh, that is a lot of hive, actually. Yeah, that is quite a lot of hive. Let's just grab this.
A nephew of Oryx, son to Savathun. He was partially taken. Perhaps we can procure a panacea for Sloane from this. Malak was one of the only taken to retain their will. They were a unique being, now reduced to an, albeit powerful, artifact.
Dude, that's... Okay, from a lore perspective, that's actually really cool. Like, I need you guys to understand. Malak is a very deep lore cut because they existed as a strike in Destiny 1. They came in after being a weapon and a name for things, and we didn't know the lore of them. They came in the April update to the Taken King expansion, but they've always kind of been significant for the fact that they were the son of Savathun, but the lore was never really expanded on. That's the first time we're hearing about Malak rather, being a unique being. The fact that he is a Taken that retained his will, that's new. That's really cool. And it also explains something further. It explains why he was, back in Destiny 1... weasel error. It explains why in Destiny 1 he was looking to take over the Taken when Oryx did die at our hands. Because that's part of the reason why we went on the quest to fight Malak in the first place. Can we make it a gun again? I think so. Man, we are all up in the family trauma this episode? 100%. Yeah. This is the next step. It turns out we did finish that mission. Savathun's ritual has been prevented, and Oryx's echo remains bound to Aerys' throne world. You have secured the head of Malak, nephew to the Taken King and Savathun's son. With Savathun's ritual thwarted, assist Deputy Commander Sloane in reforging the Willbreaker. Okay.
Sloane is waiting for you, Guardian. Though we have the hilt, we still lack a shard. And so none but a taken hand will serve to reforge Willbreaker. And she is not completely taken. She will need your help. Our help.
Oh, dude. What? This is... Oh, this is gonna get a bit wild, I think. Also, don't we know where the lost shard of Willbreaker is? Isn't that meant to be Dark Drinker / Raise Lighter / Boltcaster? Isn't that literally the shard in our sword? Like, oh, come on, man. Oh, I want them so badly, please. Oh, it would be so cool. What has Drifter been doing? Yeah, this is another good question, A-Person. Drifter talked about coming up with another potential plan in case Willbreaker fell through as far as a plan is concerned. So, like, it's possible that he comes along with an alternative or with the shard itself. I swear to God, though, if they give me back my Raise Lighter, I will be so happy. Yeah. Meet with Sloane in the place of the offering and reforge Willbreaker with Oryx's recovered hilt. Alright, let's do this.
Sloane is waiting for you, Guardian. Though we have the hilt, we still lack a shard. And so none but a taken hand will serve to reforge Willbreaker. And she is not completely taken. She will need your help. Our help.
But, like, yeah, actually, Bungie, give me Willbreaker, my life is yours. go. We're back in the forge. We're back in the Felds. Do love that it has Sloane in this mission, and the Season of the Deep soundtrack is currently what's been chosen. That's very, very cool. Oh. Hi, Sloane. Right, no point in waiting around. Let's get this done with. Oh, tiny Titan shield. Hi, Sloane. Oh, is it blights or is it the eyes? It's just blights. Okay. I don't like how the pool of blight is suddenly just doing its thing. Taken strive to claim the deputy commander. Protect her while she focuses. Yes, sir. On it. Yeah, it's a baby bubble. I do enjoy how tiny it is. Can we step inside it? Yes, we can. We do not, however, get Armor of Light. That's very sad. Can I just say as well, it's very cool that we see her using her powers of light while she's still taken. It kind of gives us a further context as to what the kind of mechanics of light and dark are there, because we know from Prismatic that it doesn't cancel each other out, but we now know more intimately that yes, you can use both, even if it's a stranger power like being taken, you know? There we go. Oh no, here come the eyes. Oh no, there's just more. Wipe out anything with a living will in there that isn't you. The Deep made me an offer once, and it hasn't forgotten. Emerge triumphant. Sloane must finish the forging. Defeat the Taken, ensure she has the time she needs. Oh, this isn't creepy at all. So, like, when she says the Deep, is she talking about the Winnower, or is this just proof that whatever made the Dire Taken has existed for longer? I have questions. Oh, many questions. There is a knife for me. It is shaped like bulwark against despair. No, don't do it, Sloane.
The brittle steel breaks. Breathe deep. Hold gentle. Guardian! Destroy the Taken!
Oh my god, are they going to take Sloane? A new shape? I refuse, I refuse. Oh, come on, Sloane. Don't do it. Don't have to take any offer just because someone makes it. I have this. Be right with you, Guardian. Oh my gosh. Okay. Quick reminder, she just held off an advance from the Winnower again, probably. Will Breaker complete again. Look at it. Your power, our will. That core is our knife, no one else's. Hell yeah, okay. We should head back to Eris, show her what we've made. Again, I think we need a little clarification on whether that was actually Winnower or whether that was something else. Because again, the Deep has made her an offer before. That tells me either that the Winnower has been trying to reach out to Sloane for a while, or it tells me that this thing, the unknown master of the Taken, the Lord of Every Nothing, has been around since, like, before Season of the Deep, probably. Or at very least at Season of the Deep. Confer with Eris and Sloane at the Shaping Slab. Okay, so this is definitely what would be the end of the, like, week 2 story. This is the final step.
You have done well. Taken Essentia courses within you, guided by your open hand and your unwavering fist. To rule the Taken energies as sovereign teaches you to better understand their sway and pulse.
And knowing how the Taken power fights your grasp helps you work with it when you have to. Like Eris says, communion. Just one problem left. And he's a big one.
Yes. Savathun and Xivu Arath no longer bring their rituals to bear. They descend to fighting amongst themselves. My conflict with him is made equal. And so the Echo will soon test me in earnest. He will not be able to resist.
If I had to bet on someone in that fight, it'd be Eris Morn and her high heresy.
I appreciate that. But as things stand, I cannot separate Oryx from his power as an echo. Thus, we are at an impasse. I may hold him, but I cannot win.
Willbreaker is complete. The wielder only needs mastery of the Taken King's power. Our Guardian has that. We could destroy the Echo right now. For good.
And we would lose much. Means to remove the Taken threat entirely. Forever.
Eris.
Time. Allow me time. Just a little longer. Just because we may destroy it does not mean we must immediately.
All right. But the second it gets out of hand...
I know. I will finish it.
Gah, you have a plan of action to move forward with, despite lingering doubts from the Deputy Commander. You know that Eris is strong and can be trusted. Damn right she can. Now your attention must be focused on the Dreadnought. So really quickly before I do this, I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there. Whenever I sit there and hear the little bits of dialogue that were recorded for Sloane and Xivu Arath's character, it gives me a window into how excellent the season would have been if there was all of the dialogue available. And let me be very clear, voice actors do deserve to get paid. Support the strike. That being said, it just goes to show how fantastic this stuff has been. And like, this is such a peak season. It's phenomenal. Step 11. Your weapon is forged. Your allies stand by your side. It is time to launch the final assault on the Dreadnought and slay the Resonant Knife. Visit Eris Morn in her throne world and speak with her about next steps.
The Dread congregate to make Oryx's high war theirs. Xivu Arath and Savathun prowl in the wings, waiting for opportunity. The Echo, even now, struggles for freedom. This will never end so long as the Echo exists. And I have no desire to spend my life a jailer. Go. Defeat the Dread. Preserve their tools. I have a plan.
The Dreadnought hangs in the cold, dead silence of space, awaiting your attempts to subdue it. It is time. Bring your blade to bear against the Resonant Knife. Complete the mission, Resile. Really quickly, Resile means abandon a position or a course of action. Just figured I'd let you all know that. If you click on the alt text of the tweet, it confirms that K-Tier is the Resonant Knife. Oh, that's cool. Let me go ahead and check this really quickly as well.
If I can claim the Dread's power, it may be enough to strike Oryx from the Echo. Go!
The Drifter and I are clearing the LZ. Press forward as soon as you're on the ground.
I promised I would test you.
You will not triumph. I am your prison.
All right, it's time. Locate the Echo. Break through hostile forces and locate the Echo of Navigation's position. I mean, don't get me wrong, wasn't it?
Everyone's here to throw a party, huh?
Oh! Hey, Jermaine.
The leader of this bunch of dread is around here too. Good. I'm not about to get in your way, hero. I can tell you've got murder on the mind. If you beat me to that son of a worm, you fire a couple extra shots for me. Got it?
Yeah.
Keep moving.
Also, that's not Servant Leader that he's using. It is a scopeless version of something else. I would look for it, but I'm currently getting shot. Alright, we'll go this way.
There! The Resident Knife approaches at Oryx's bidding. You must...
Eris! Hey, Guardian! Shoot fast, you hear?
Oh, they're immune. Ooh, that's not good. Also, is the dialogue okay for everybody? Just an FYI. Game volume okay? That all good? Just want to make absolutely certain that we don't go into this and it's not completely screwed. Ooh, does this break through the immune shield? I think it might. Ooh, will breaker. That'll break an immune shield. Yeah, there we go. Oh, she's pissed off.
Oryx is loose upon his throne. You must pursue him, Guardian.
A whole squirm of Xivu's hive broke through behind you. Keep going. I got him. I'm just saying, don't slow down, hero. Do you know how many hive a squirm is? It's a lot.
I can move to support. Need backup?
Wouldn't say no.
Now we know what the grouping for a lot of hive is. It's a squirm. How about them apples? Is it not Kater who controls the Taken? Something is speaking through Kater. Kater is not the one controlling them. She is like a captain to a general, or a general to a king. Or a priest to a god is perhaps the most apt way of putting it. Oh, of course the Echo is down there. And yes, Drifter absolutely is using distant relation. Ooh. Break through hostile forces and locate the Echo of Navigation's position. Okay. Oh, more of the damn eyes. She is a vessel or a mere conduit? Yeah, something like that. Well, well, well. This is exactly where it all started.
I am the knife-edged hunger. I
am the waiter. Death Charter. First among navigators. And I am Frey. Ayat!
Oh. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Neither is the abundance of stasis crystals, but like, oh my god. That conflict, by the way, that's really cool. Now we get to see a test of wills. Let's kill the channelers of terror, because inevitably those are the bad things. Come to me, Will Breaker. Oh, look at it. It's complete. Also, let's let our suffocating terror stacks go down. Oh gosh, immune phase come in. Here's my question, is Kater gonna get taken or something? Because like in the moments where we've weakened enemies before, they've always gotten taken moments after. It's like they take a new shape. Locate the Echo, breakthrough position. Okay, right. So we're like fighting her and oh, they're gonna go to the Court of Oryx. 100% they're going to the Court of Oryx. I've just realized this. Isn't she already taken? Kind of, but like it doesn't mean that they can't take on new shapes, right? Because like take a look at what's his name? Zerkur from the Baradiad mission. They were a Taken and then they became an even more Taken, you know? Like they literally got made sharper in that moment. It does kind of beg the question of whether that works for Kater, because she is half Taken, right? She has some kind of Taken power, so not sure what's going on.
He flees across the entirety of the Dreadnought. These movements have purpose. Does he seek the helm to steer back to Fundament at last? I will not let him.
Oh, hey, Sloan.
Looks like you're hanging in there. Glad to see it. We're past the point of being careful. Make sure the risks you do take are worth it. Strike first, strike hardest. And see the fight through, Guardian.
All right. Oh yeah, no, Dark Civ. I hate looking down there. It is absolutely 100% thalassophobia vibes. Especially with the tentacles.
Oryx has
Oof.
stopped. And I have not yet seized hold of him. Catch up to him, Guardian, but remain wary. There is very little for him to gain by staying.
Oh, there it
We are
is.
finished. Guardian. All slates wiped clean. No more old time's sake. You and I, we are not friends.
Oh no.
Universe preserved. Witness dead. All that you begged me for, I have given. And it's still not enough for you,
Oh
is
my
it?
god.
All I asked was for you to stay away from my family matters. A simple request.
Oh my god. Just out of nowhere, Savathun coming along. Are these shades? Are these echoes? Projections. Yeah, they're projections. Okay. Because of course, because there's two of them, it wouldn't be the real Savathun. She is mad. So no wedding? Lol, oh my god. Unlucky Spade, unbelievable. What? Ooh.
I sense you there, Eris Morn. Heretic Queen. Will you chain me again?
I can hold you long enough. I reach through my weapon even now.
I do not yield. But I have nowhere left to go.
Oh, I love that this is a recreation of the final boss fight against Oryx from the Taken King campaign. And from King's Fall, of course. Oh, it's even got the old sounds to it as well. It's so good. Willbreaker calls from beyond. All right, everybody, it's time. Final step is impose your will. Destroy the Echo. Take up Willbreaker, shatter the Echo of Navigation, and end Oryx's journey once and for all. Oh, my king, I'm so sorry. You were long for this world. Do I need to go and physically slash? Ooh, we don't want to fall off the edge. Oh, hi. Wardens of the Dark, stand strong against the Pantheon. Let their blades shatter upon your might. Oh, it's Xivu's turn. Oh no. Oh no. We need to fight the whole bunch of them. Do we reckon that we're going to go ahead and fight Kaetir after this? I imagine we have to, right? Because she still has a third of her health remaining. Oh, Xivu, your guy ain't... Your guy ain't worth anything. Let's be real.
Have you counted the stars, Guardian Knife? Have you understood the spaces between them? I vowed once to understand. And I have not. And I do not. Every vow I have made is empty.
God damn, dude. Oh. We pissed off everyone this time? Yeah, 100% we did. Like, there is not a single person in the Dreadnought that is not angry at us very specifically. Oh, jeez. Hi. Oh, come get it. Yeah, try it, won't you? Dude, I love that there's just endless Taken being popped out of this. Oh my god, you can see it starting to pulse and break. Okay. Final round, time for Keita. Torn between dimensions, is it time? Wardens of the Dark, stand strong against the Pantheon, still the same objective. Yeah. Oh wait, we need Willbreaker to break the shield, don't we?
I have already failed. As my sisters have become heretics, so too have I. Long ago, Oryx was killed. If I am still Oryx, then I am already dead. And if I am not Oryx, then I do not live. Ayat. That is enough.
Damn. It is okay, this raises a question that someone else had earlier again, which is what happened between this Memories version of Oryx, aka the one where he had just become Taken King, and everything else that happened in his tale. Like, that is the real story and the context we're missing. Because, like, something clearly changed Oryx. It is mad that he made actions happen, which were completely incomprehensible to him. But something clearly changed him. Oh, hi! No, you don't. Yeah, nice try, buddy. Also, lol, I love how big his version of Willbreaker is compared to how tiny Isles is. Oh, we need to kill her fast. Oh, we're surrounded by eyes. Oh, do not like that. We can't risk him loose for good. It's time to call it.
I had him within my grasp. I was so close. So close. And yet, you are right. We cannot take this risk any longer.
Oryx, my friend, it's been wonderful knowing you. What?
At least the stars will remember the shape I gave them.
Okay, I was afraid we were about to have Mega Oryx boss fight. Oh my god. Whew. The symbol breaking out with the
His
destruction.
foundations were lies, and he was a traitor, even to himself. And yet, the edges of this plane are ragged where he stood. A monster. A piteous fool. A brother. Ayat.
A master of taking power, path of resolve, powerful ambition, and triumph over the Echo of Navigation reflect in the polished obsidian of the shaping slab. Conquest fits you, Lightbearer. Do not forget the strength you've gained here. Next step. An eerie cold courses... What? An eerie cold courses through the apartment behind you as a dormant hiveworm suddenly radiates with lucent energy, beckoning you to answer. You were called to confronted by the Witch Queen. She laments the loss of her brother in the form of the Echo of Navigation, makes it known that you are undeniably foes from here on out. Oh dear. Okay, well, hi. How you doing, little fella? It's the terrarium worm. I wondered if there was going to be something of this. I wondered if it was just Aerys had a worm because vibes. Okay, let's listen to this.
My brother. My brother. Dead. May all that you desire ever be stolen from your grasp. And if the cold and unfeeling universe does not see to it, then I certainly will.
Whoosh.
Goodbye, traveler's pet. Don't wait up.
Can I just say that's the angriest we've heard Savathûn other than the end of the Witch Queen campaign. She is legitimately pissed. I don't think I've ever heard, like, I've never heard the gravel in her voice like that. God damn. So, yeah. Malok being back in Savathûn's throne world, or at very least sort of remnants and echoes of Malok, is interesting. Yes, I will turn the dialogue back up when we get there. I think it's also really phenomenal to sit there and see more of the kind of dialogue between Aerys and Savathûn. Especially because, like, there are clear lines that have always been crossed consistently, but this is actually one of the few things that I think has actually rattled her. Yeah, awesome character interactions as per usual. I think the really big takeaway from this, though, is absolutely that Malok stuff about how Malak was basically the first of the Taken, well, not the first of the Taken, rather he was the first Taken that we know of that basically had his own independent will. And that's really interesting because his previous backstory in some of the old grimoire is worth talking about here. Let me bring this up and show you guys, actually. Basically, Malok is an interesting character purely on the basis that after Oryx is dead, he tried to replace Oryx as the Taken King. That shows, in the first place, that he has a bunch of will and whatnot. So, yeah, this kind of gives an interesting idea. Savathûn begat you to betray me, to poison slowly, nor from within. So it seems as though Malok was originally kind of created to steal from Oryx's tithing and weaken him slowly, which is a really cool idea, and it points to the idea of his own independence, the fact that he then betrayed his own mother and sort of moved away from everything that she was doing, right? So the fact that he is then one of the only Taken who had the ability to sort of still retain his own free will makes him a very interesting figure. I also need to point out that the tentacles and everything were back, and they were in Savathûn's throne world in that mission. So, like, yeah, you have a lot of interesting things about Savathûn there that seem kind of as though she's under assault. Because again, the tentacles are Taken darkness energy, and they're in a light throne world. Maybe being invited in by the ritual, because, I mean, throne worlds are connected through the Ascendant Plane, and if you're weakening the boundaries between the Ascendant Plane, it's easier for things to slip in and out. And Oryx being pissed at the idea that Savathûn is trying to steal him into a jail and a prison full of light is fantastic character as well. This is the one big thing that is my takeaway from all of Heresy generally. Things actually happening in the story is very much, I think, the point of this. You know, like, I feel as though there is a point to be made about the idea that it did feel a little underwhelming. But the thing that I love about this episode is that stuff actually happened. We physically moved the plot forward, right? Like, seeing Xivu Arath, actual interactions back and forth with the Hive Gods, actually doing something with one of the Echoes instead of having it either run off or alternatively not be captured at all. I think that there is a genuine point to be made that this actually changes the world of Destiny. We now have Savathûn as an avowed enemy. We pissed her off so much that she wants to come and kill us. Whilst I will sit there and say that, like, it feels as though there's a few things that were missed, I think the biggest of it all, though, yeah, it's probably the fact that we didn't get as much on this new power that was continually being hinted at. Kater feels as though she was a character that could have been utilized for great ends, and maybe there is a chance that she still will be. But, like, this conclusion feels as though it's missing something. I will also sit there and say that, like, the entirety of this feels as though it isn't the end. And I say that partly because, I mean, yes, there is always the point of Act 3 and whatnot. We have a lot of loose threads that haven't been picked up on. You know, there is the point about everyone's question of how this relates into Rite of the Nine. There is the further question about, like, who this new Master of the Taken is, although that might just be a set of story threads Bungie is setting up for later now. Epilogue, maybe, question mark, from Ko? Yeah, no, I think that might well be the case. Neo the Fifth, thank you for the €5. This is a great end for Oryx. He finally found the truth, and his knife of his slaying, brackets us, gave him his final death. I bet he is happy to finally rest. Yeah, no, I think this is the other thing too. So many people will sit there and just be like, you know, this is very much one of those moments of Bungie can't actually commit to killing a character, and they will refuse to go ahead and do it, and they'll just bring them back permanently. Yeah, no. Bringing a character back in this context and then killing him off properly and giving him a send-off that actually gives him a lot more character, I think is one of the strengths of this episode. You know, we got to hear the version of what we might have seen from the Taken King expansion if it had launched today, like in 2025, in this kind of moment where Destiny is where it is now. I will say, I think the ending could have had more, and like maybe there will be an epilogue to it. But like, I think we got to acknowledge that Heresy as an episode overall kind of cooked. Like, for real, this is like it within the top 3 or 5 episodes easily. Episodes, seasons, call it what we will. And I'm not gonna sit there and like completely downer Heresy as an episode, because holy shit, we need to just acknowledge for a second how easily we fall into the doom. Like, Jesus Christ, it's so easy to just be negative about a season. Let's acknowledge how cool some of the shit we saw this time around was, okay? It's not going to be this thing of like, cope. It's not going to be this thing of like, everything is perfect, put your fingers in your ears. Like, no. Like, obviously things are not perfect. But like, can we acknowledge when things are a 9 or an 8 out of 10 on stuff as well? Like, honestly. Heresy would have been peak with VA. Yeah, 100%. Quite to my point, totally not perfect, but still very good stuff. And again, here's the other thing. I think there are threads that haven't been picked up. Because again, Songs of the Descent is an entire lore book talking about this dark entity that now controls the Taken. Whatever the Lord of Every Nothing ends up being. You know. It is growing, slowly but surely, in the background. And some of the dialogue that we got from throughout the weeks has been absolutely freaking iconic. Bungie said Heresy was to change the overall state of the Hive, which I think they did, especially with Savathun, but Xivu still feels unchanged a bit. BB, I don't necessarily disagree with the bit about Xivu Arath. I feel as though, if nothing else, her state of play has just been kind of more openly demonstrated than actually changed. Savathun, I think, is the really big one. Yeah, because, like, I think she would have been very content to live and let live, but now I think that she's actively working against us in her plans, and that is bad. Again, the major threads we still have hanging. You have the 9. You have the fact that despite us killing the Echo of Navigation there, we still did not get clarity on what was going on with anything to do with the one controlling the Taken. We still have to understand what the reaction of Xivu Arath is going to be to this, because we heard Savathun's reaction from Wormy Boy over here. I imagine Xivu is mega pissed for all sorts of other reasons. I also wonder whether there's going to be further interactions between whatever controlled the Dire Taken and Xivu herself. You know, I wonder if there is going to be some kind of further point of alignment on that. I say that predominantly because they're both entities based around darkness, and with Oryx dead, maybe with Katir dead, there is a chance that this new entity needs a new champion. And Xivu is very, very hungry for some kind of power. She would look for a power that maybe helps her to reclaim her throne. Looking at Heresy in its totality, I hope that they continue doing stuff like this. Because, again, it's the one point I really want to rail home. Revenant, despite having the resolution to the Kell of Kells arc of storytelling, it felt like nothing happened. In Heresy, it felt like enormous stuff happened. We saw the reunion of the Hive Gods again, which is a huge deal all on its own. even if it is not technically the real Oryx. And then after all that was said and done, Eris Morn survived being murdered, and we planned and successfully executed on the plan to contain the Echo of the Navigator, the remnants of the Taken King. Like, there was a lot of stuff that we actually did, and by the end of it, killing the Echo is a big part of moving the plot forward. Like, remember that that is a remnant of both the Witness and the Traveler's power, so I mean, that's a big deal. Like, stuff actually happened. There are consequences to this plot, you know? Even Eris just having a throne world is kind of awesome. I'd love to see what happens in future, but knowing that we still haven't been able to claim the Triumph, and that there are more collectibles out there, yeah, I do wonder if there is more to be said and seen, so that'll be very interesting. The video portion of this is going to end here, though, and if you did enjoy it, and if you were watching, thank you very much for doing so. If you want, go ahead and leave a like, and leave your thoughts down below in the comments section. But as per usual, know that your viewership, as always, has been quite enough for me, and that in the meantime, my name is Byf. Audacia Arastra. I'll see you Starside.